What's up guys, Rich Duperbash back in the garage. Just want to give another huge thank you to both ARRMA and Horizon Hobby. Just found this rig in my entryway a couple days ago. I've been busy working and doing family stuff. Needless to say, I was absolutely shocked and stoked to find a huge box sitting there inside the house that my wife had kindly pushed inside. So guys, I'm not going to babble on too long. I just want to do a quick kind of review of this rig. I know there's already been some unboxings and probably some running video. I'm just thrilled that ARRMA's decided to do a roller version of this huge monster. I absolutely love this massive line, and I'm just completely stoked that they've decided to do an EXB roller. So you'll see guys, this big beast doesn't really fit on my workbench unless I have it sideways. I just want to go over some nice touches that they did to this. Definitely a lot beefier in certain areas than your standard RTR. I just want to do a quick pan of the box. I know a lot of people do want to see what the box looks like. You'll see there in the corner, it just says large scale full option roller. So what's awesome about this, guys, is it comes with two motor plate options. You've got the 56 and 49 series. I'm super stoked about the 39 tooth spur gear they include. Also have the larger receiver box in case you want to put a beefcake servo in. And then they also include a 15 and 17T servo saver adapter. So obviously, being a true roller, guys, you're going to need your own controller, steering servo, ESC, motor, and your own lipos and chargers. As far as the specs, there's your length right there, 30.35 inches. Height is 11.1, and width is almost a full 2 feet. Lastly, rolling weight, it looks like 23.32 pound or 10.6 kgs. For maximum battery dimensions, it looks like it's 180 by 55 by 53 millimeter, and there's your inch conversion. You guys will notice they're still using the flawless gears. These are absolute beefcake. No changes there. One of the biggest changes with this rig is the chassis. They've gone to a 5mm 7075 T6. Same bracing system. Definitely went much beefier on the rod ends and the turnbuckles, both front and rear. They added an aluminum front brace to the motor mount, which is awesome. Huge beefcake front bumper. Way beefier tires, these big blocks. They stand quite a bit taller and they're heavier. And lastly, the shocks. I'm absolutely stoked about this. So they've gone to a 6mm shaft. The rod ends are absolutely giant compared to the first version. So real quickly, what else is included in the box, guys? You've got your big wheel wrench, a manual. Again, you've got two motor plate options. You've got your 39 tooth spur. You've got extra shock pistons, it looks like. You've got your servo saver assembly. This comes with an HD spring and makes a huge difference in the slop. Lastly, they send you the two different servo trays. One of these is a standard, the other one is for beefcake servos. That comes with all the hardware and the rubber seal to keep everything nice and waterproof. Obviously, ARRMA just killed it with the styling of this new matte black body. Huge shout out to their design department, guys. They just have the looks part of this thing completely down. So as I mentioned, guys, the tires are definitely much beefier. I'm going to give you a quick comparison to the original Copperhead 2s. So here's a side-by-side of the EXB tire next to the RTR tire. You'll definitely notice a huge difference in diameter. Also, ARRMA's still using these beefy steel inserts for these wheel hexes, and I'm super stoked because now ARRMA's venting the tires, so you've got a hole on each side and the rims are sealed. So this is perfect. This is exactly how I like to run all my bash rigs. And on the scale here, I've got this zeroed out. There's the RTR tire, about almost 570. And then the new Copperhead big block, 740. The compound feels absolutely awesome. The stance of the truck is noticeably higher with these for sure. I measured just over 5 inches from chassis to table with the suspension fully lifted. So here's a close-up shot of the front of the truck, guys. Again, the bumper, this reminds me a lot of the 6S EXB. This feels super beefy, guys. I love the design with this little cushion here. It looks like this integrates right into the plastic, like into the bumper itself from the top. You'll notice they went ahead and put a little flat spot on the lower part of the cap there so you can actually get a wrench to fully rebuild your shocks. I measured 16.5 millimeters across on these rod ends. I could do a side-by-side comparison just to show you how beefy they are. RTR on the left, and then the Ultra Beefcake EXB on the right. But you can definitely see the shock shafts are quite a bit thicker. Just that 1 millimeter should hopefully make a huge difference. As far as pure beef goes, guys, one of the really nice touches is they went to a 7mm turnbuckle in the front with new composite rod ends. And in the rear, you've got these complete beefcake 8mm, but you'll see how much plastic he obviously redesigned this entire end length. So these should hold up a whole lot better, especially with flails and really sideways landings. It looks like these are locked in nice and tight. Here's a shot of the rear input, guys, and you'll notice that they have sealed bearings. Pretty certain they're sealed throughout the entire truck, so that's another huge plus. Another really nice touch, guys, is they added sway bars both front and rear straight out of the box. I'm super curious to see how the truck's going to handle It should definitely help out with stability and probably help out with the suspension as well. Again, guys, one of the things I really love about this truck is it's just ultra modular, super easy to work on, comes apart super simple. Lastly, guys, here's a quick shot of the chassis. So we'll just see how the sucker holds up, but it's definitely awesome that they've gone to a 7075. I'm going to work on getting electronics in the EXB. In the interim, I'm just going to include some running footage I had running Big Earl, my RTR 8S. Obviously, this thing's loaded with M2C Racing and definitely tuned to my liking. So anyway, super stoked to be getting out lately and having some dry weather to work with. I'm also going to toss in some V3 Beefcake 6S footage. Had an absolute blast with this little sucker. She held up great. Clearly she needs a bath at this point. Still running my Hobby Star setup. Again, this is the 4092 Hobby Star 1480 kV. I think I had a 24 tooth on, and I'm running my backflip LPs, the little 4S backflips again. This truck did absolutely awesome, just had a complete blast. This thing's a savage over bigger terrain, guys. She's moving nice, guys. Just gotta watch out for the boulders. Layback, baby. These LPs really hook up nice, guys. Just way more planted. Oh. That sun's blinding. Taking a rock bath out here. Oh. That one was a little rough. Have a good one. See ya.